Hey everyone, welcome to Pink Tutu Tarot. Today we're looking at your career and specifically at how your coworkers feel about you, what they think of you. What goes on behind the scenes with your relationships, the people you work with. So I've got three groups for you, three cards. Group one, your card is the Sun. The Sun. Group two, your card is the Princess of Swords, which is the equivalent of the Page of Swords in traditional tarot. And group three, your card is the Nine of Cups. Okay, so all you have to do, choose your group, choose your card, go down into the description box, click on the timestamp for the reading you want to watch, and it will take you straight there. Okay, thanks y'all. Hey, group one. All right, today we're going to take a look at your career, but specifically we're looking at how your coworkers see you, what they think about you. So if you're here today, there must be a reason why you are questioning what they think about you, or maybe you're just curious. So let's look at your initial card, which is the Sun. Give me just one second. I just want to hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this. They're telling me that you have friendships within your workplace. So hopefully that resonates with you and is familiar to you. You do have friendships. You're not always sure if those friendships are genuine or not. That's what I'm getting from them. So there's some question, there's a little bit of doubt. They're telling me that you enjoy the people you work with. You think they enjoy working with you as well. And you think that they respect you and the work you do. But occasionally you do have doubts. You have doubts about, again, how genuine their feelings are towards you, whether they're just acting like they like you, acting like they respect you to your face, or maybe saying or thinking different things when you're not in front of them. I'm not getting whether they are or not. I'm just getting that this is a question within your mind that you wonder how sincere they are. But I am getting that you genuinely like them, at least some of them. And you're hoping that that is reciprocated. But you feel like a very open, understanding person. Your energy is coming across as someone who sees the best in other people. And so you do like them, you do respect them because you see their good qualities first and foremost. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look with some tarot cards here. Okay. Give me just a minute here while I connect with the energy of the cards. Okay. Your first card is a Page of Pentacles. Then we have Temperance. We have the Two of Cups. And finally, we have the Emperor reversed. Okay. Give me just a second while I take in these cards, and I'm going to listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Okay, hold on one sec, y'all. The first thing they're telling me is that their feelings are genuine. For the most part, they do respect your work. They like you as a person. And for the most part, they do enjoy working with you. They're giving me that there's a little bit of a but there. Like they enjoy working with you, they respect what you do, but they're not giving me what the but is yet. So there is something there. So your concerns, your worries are not, there's a reason. Because what you're feeling, this like wondering what's going on behind the scenes sort of thing, that's what they're giving me now as well. They're not telling me why yet, so we'll find out as we go through. But they're saying they do genuinely like you. The friendship aspect of it is true, is real. They like you as a person for sure. And they mostly do enjoy working with you. So please accept that. Okay. All right. Let's get into the cards and see what else we can tell you. All right. Your initial card here is the Page of Pentacles. They're telling me that they think you're a good communicator. You have a way with words and with speaking, whether that's in a meeting, maybe you give presentations, maybe communication is in some way part of the work you do. That would be for some of you, probably not everyone. But they are giving me that you have a way with words, even if it's just the email messages you send out. They're saying there's something about the way you write that is very eloquent, but very to the point. You don't waste time talking in circles, which, we all know some people do. You're very effective in your communication, and they do respect that about you. They like that about you. And it's one of the reasons why your coworkers trust you, because you don't mince words. You're very diplomatic. You're not overly outspoken to the point where it's intrusive or makes people uncomfortable. You do have a good way with words. You're diplomatic, but you're also truthful. You're honest. So they feel very comfortable with you. They feel very stable with you. They don't doubt your sincerity, which is nice. They feel you have a very good personality. Yeah. They're telling me there's a lightness about you. Like a young quality, but not that they think you're immature or anything like that, but that there is a lightness about you. You're not overly serious to the point where they can't just enjoy your company sometimes, right? Just enjoy a chit chat or and just enjoy working with you. They do enjoy working with you. Okay. All right. So your next card is Temperance. They find you to be very balanced, very self-sufficient. You don't require the help of other people to get your job done. You can manage to do what you need to do yourself without leaning on other people too heavily. And they appreciate that because everybody has their own job to do. They're saying you're also not one to fish for compliments. You know your worth. You know your worth in the workplace, and you don't need constant validation. You're saying where some people, and I'm taking this to mean that there's someone or a few people in your workplace who do kind of need that validation, who fish for compliments, who are always looking for attention, and that sort of rubs your coworkers the wrong way. So take that if it resonates. But they're clearly giving me that they respect that you're self-sufficient, that you do your work, you do your job. You're not always looking for praise and accolades. You're just good at what you do. Your coworkers enjoy that about you. That you're not always in the boss's face, right? Now, if we were talking about your boss's energy and what they think, your boss may want you to be more in their face. I'm just getting a touch of that, but this isn't about them. This is about your coworkers. So let me see if there's anything else they want to say. They're telling me there's a good balance for you as far as a work relationship and a friendly relationship. They see both sides of that in you, and you balance that very well. You're not overly friendly when it should be, more work oriented, and also you're not so serious about work that you can't have a friendly chit chat. Or some of you, I feel like you get together after work, you do things together. That's not going to be all of you, because I feel like some of you are work from home people, but it's still that same energy where they can have casual personal conversations, relationship with you, as well as very, very to the point, work conversations. It's very balanced in that way. Okay. All right. Your next card is the Two of Cups. Again, they're giving me good relationships with each other. I'm getting a message here. Now, take this if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, just leave it for those who need to hear this message. But there is a message here that your coworkers believe, now this may be true or not true, believe that you either have a relationship, in other words, a romantic relationship with someone at work. It feels unconfirmed, but they believe, like there's gossip, that you have a relationship with someone at work, or that you want to have a relationship with someone specific in the workplace, that you have romantic sights on someone. That won't probably be for all of you, but I am getting that message fairly strongly, that there is like this background chatter about you flirting with someone at work, or them flirting with you. That may or may not be actually the truth. You may be flirting with someone. You might not be. You might not have romantic sights on anyone there. But it does feel like background chatter where they're guessing, wondering. Let me see what other messages are coming through with this card. They're giving me that they do feel that you're fun, that you're friendly. If you don't spend time with them outside of work, they feel like you're someone they would enjoy spending time with outside of work. Like you would be fun to socialize with. If you do socialize with them, they enjoy that. They do enjoy that. Those feelings are genuine. They like you. Yeah. There may be someone, going back to the flirting, there may be someone, if there isn't someone you have your sights on or that you are flirting with, there may be someone who is feeling that way about you. Who has some interest in you outside of coworker friendship. They're interested in you romantically. They may not show it. They may or may not show it. They may or may not do anything about it. But but they might be thinking it. So you might want to just pay attention. You may catch signs of that. So, okay. All right. Your final card here is the Emperor reversed. Let me just want to listen to what they want to say about this card. They're telling me, yes, you do good work. Yes, they respect you. You're very diplomatic. You're very good with words. You're very balanced. But they're also telling me that you're a bit scattered. Meaning there's a tendency, now take this, just as a message of how people see you, doesn't mean it's the truth. There's a message here about not finishing projects. It's like you start something and then you jump to something else, and that other thing isn't quite finished yet. They see you as jumping around a lot, not quite with the focus that that they feel would benefit you. And remember, this is just coming from your coworkers. This isn't a boss, assessment. But I am getting that there's this energy, and this is, remember at the beginning I was saying that there was something, there was a but. They think you're great, they like you, they enjoy working with you, but they feel like you're a little bit scattered, like you could be more focused. They feel like if you were a little bit more focused and driven with your career, you would get promoted very quickly. That's just your coworkers' opinions. But again, you seem to be a bit unfocused, scattered. I keep getting the word scattered. And again, it's coming back to the, starting projects, jumping to something else. It's like you get ideas, but don't quite follow through. There's just this, they see you as someone who's not as focused on your career as, I don't want to say that they think you should be or could be, but there is this feeling that if you were more focused on your career, you would go very far. It's almost like your coworkers recognize in you some missed potential there. It doesn't really affect how they feel about you as a person, but they do feel like there's something untapped there with you. And there is kind of a message of wishing for your sake that you could get through that barrier. You could get past whatever that is that's stopping you from being really, really driven with your career. Because they do genuinely like you. They want you to get ahead. They want you to, achieve what you want in your career. And that's because they like you. They're friends with you also. They don't feel a sense of competition with you. Not in that sense. So they genuinely wish the best for you. That's the truth. All right, group one, that's all I'm getting for you. I hope that helps. I hope it gives you a sense of how your coworkers see you. I hope it answers the questions you kind of had niggling in the back of your brain there. If the reading resonated, if it helped you, I hope you'll give the video a thumbs up. It helps me know that that our energies are connected. And it also helps future readings to resonate a little bit more when you interact with the channel. So thank you for that. Thank you for your comments and your subscribes. I'm grateful for all of it. I'm grateful for you being here, and have a great day. Hey, group two. All right, today we're looking at your career, and specifically, we're looking at how your coworkers see you, what they think about you. So for some reason, you're here for a reason. That there's some question in your mind about how the people you work with feel about you. So let's find out. Your initial card here is the Princess of Swords, which is the equivalent of the Page of Swords, if you're curious about that. Give me just a sec. I just want to hear what Spirit wants to tell you about this. All right, what they're giving me is you have some concerns that there are people like gossiping about you behind your back, that they are talking about you not to your face. That they may be not spying on you. That's not the right word, but like paying a little bit too close attention to what you do. And I'm getting in work and outside of work for some of you, for both. Like they may be looking at your social media, that kind of thing. I'm not getting that they are or they're not. I'm getting that you have concerns about that in some way. So take that as it resonates for you. Yeah, they're giving me that there's this feeling that they're watching you in some way, and possibly talking about you to each other. And even possibly I'm getting that there's some concern that they might be talking about you to like management, to your boss. Okay. All right. Well, if that makes sense for you, then this is your reading. If not, check out one of the other ones. But let's jump in and see what else I can tell you here. So let you know how they really feel about you, how they really think about you. Okay. Your first card is the Eight of Cups reversed. Two of Swords reversed. Okay. Four of Pentacles reversed. And one more. And the Magician reversed. Okay, all reversed cards. Very interesting. Doesn't mean it's bad, just means it's interesting. Some nuance there happening. All right, give me just a sec. I want to take these cards in. I'm going to listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Okay, hold on one sec, y'all. Okay, I am getting that in some way. They are sort of watching you. There's some people that you work with that are wondering about you. It's like they're wondering what you're up to, what your plans are. They're wondering how you feel about the job, about them, about the work. They're just questioning it. They're not, I'm not getting that they're talking to the boss about it, so don't worry about that. But your instincts that are telling you, I think they might be talking about me. I think they might be like watching me in some way. What I'm getting is that those instincts are not unfounded. They are in some way correct. I'm not getting that they are nefarious. In other words, they're not trying to hurt you or sabotage you. They're just wondering about you. It's like some idle curiosity that's mixed with some people wondering if you are a threat or not. It feels like there's some people who see themselves in some kind of competition with you, and they're wondering if you're serious or not in some way. They're kind of wondering if they need to be in competition with you. All right. Okay. Well, that's what I have for an initial message for you. Let's jump into the cards. Your first card is the Eight of Cups reversed. Give me one sec. Okay. They're giving me, there's people at your job, not your boss, again, coworkers or people you work around, possibly for some of you, clients as well. Clients or customers that you would interact with on a regular basis, or vendors, that kind of thing. People you need to work with as part of your job. And they're wondering if you're planning to stick around, or if you're contemplating leaving. And maybe you are. But they are wondering that. They're wondering if you plan to stay in this job and therefore, possibly get ahead, shoot for promotions, that kind of thing. Hold on one sec. What will he say? They're telling me they're wondering how far you're going to go to be with this company, how far you're going to go, how long you're going to be there. Now, for some of you, this may be clients who are wondering about your commitment to them and the company. Coworkers feel a little bit the same way. They're wondering where your head is right now. So there must be something, there's a reason why they're getting a sense that you might be considering leaving. So give that some thought. Maybe you are, maybe you aren't, but there's some signals you're giving out, maybe inadvertently, without realizing it, that's making people think, your coworkers think that you might be looking for another job and thinking about leaving, moving on to something else. And so that has them feeling a little bit wary about how much information they share with you, how much work you take on. If you're going to up and leave, are they going to get stuck with it? Kind of like half finished if you up and leave, that kind of thing. They're wondering, they're curious. There's a tiny bit of concern kind of underlying the message there. Okay. All right, your next card is the Two of Swords reversed. Just a sec here. Your coworkers actually feel in the same way that you feel like they might be watching you, they feel like you might be watching them. Maybe you are. And again, it doesn't feel, if you are, it doesn't feel like you're doing it in a negative way. I almost said sneaky, but it is a little bit sneaky if you are watching them without their knowledge, checking out their social media, checking out the work they're doing and kind of scoping it out. Interesting. It feels a little bit like they're concerned, again, that you're watching them, that you're paying too much attention to what they're doing, possibly to the detriment of what you're doing. They're wondering, like, why are you paying so much attention to what we're doing or what I'm doing? Like, why aren't you paying attention to your own work, kind of thing? And so they're kind of watching you while you're watching them. It feels like some tension here for sure, some kind of unspoken tension. And I am getting a message here about something needs to give here. Like you may need to say something to sort of break that tension, break the silence to break the tension. Because there might be nothing going on. You might not care at all what they're doing. You might not be focused on them at all, but they feel like you are. And it's making them feel uncomfortable and it's making them want to watch you, if that makes sense. So there may be need for a conversation of some kind or a breakthrough of some kind, like an offer of friendship sort of thing. A need to cross those boundaries of, it feels like a little bit of a tug of war, here going on. It's like they feel a little bit uncomfortable discussing their opinions, their thoughts about the workplace around you, because they feel like you may be listening and paying attention too closely. They even feel like you may be talking about them to the boss. Doesn't mean you are, but they kind of, it's like you're reflecting each other's energy. What you feel you're worried about they're doing, they feel the same way about you. So, if that's not happening, well, whether it is or it isn't, I am just getting this message of this can be remedied. It really is about being more open and, more congenial with them to kind of break those walls down and to improve communication with each other, if you want to. It's not irreparable. It's just kind of it's just a bit of a tension there. Okay. All right, your next card is the Four of Pentacles reversed. Hold on one sec. Again, I'm getting a message that they're thinking you may be preparing to jump ship. Those are the words I got, jumping ship. Like there's part of you that wants to leave, and what is that they're giving me? Hold on. The tension that's in the workplace, now take this as it resonates, but the tension that they're feeling, and it feels like you are feeling as well, they almost feel like, even though I'm getting that you are good at your job and they do respect the work you do, but because there is some tension, some conflict, some like irritation between you, I'm almost getting that. Don't shoot the messenger here, and only take it if it resonates with you, but it's like they almost wish you would leave because they don't like that feeling. It's not that they don't like you or that they don't like the work you do, but they don't like that feeling of conflict and tension. But you know what I'm getting from Spirit is that can be changed. It's just about making the attempt to be a little bit more friendly with them rather than just being all business and very quiet. When you're too quiet, people start to wonder why. You may even make comments in meetings or in their presence that they overhear, that they take as kind of insulting. That may be happening or may not be happening. It may also be perfectly innocent, the things you're saying, but they're taking it the wrong way. So there's this feeling like, you know, if they just left, everything would just feel more, it'd be more relaxed. But again, their Spirit is coming in to reassure you that doesn't mean you should leave. It just means that these are relationships that need to be reconnected. Yeah, they need to be repaired because there's suspicion and tension on both sides. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's absolutely repairable. And it could actually be a very good workplace once that gets repaired. And you get over that that suspicion, that tension. Okay? All right. And then your final card here is the Magician reversed. Okay, they're giving me, they see lots of potential in you. They think you're very smart, you're very talented, not very outgoing. So I am getting that you tend to be more isolated in the workplace, which they find a little bit suspicious, to be truthful. But they do see you as somebody who is very skilled. They see you as someone who is very matter of fact, like you don't mince words. Some things you say might even be taken a bit harshly, whether you mean it to be that way or not. But as far as respecting your work and your talents and your skills and your work ethic, they actually feel you are very good at your job. They wish you were just a bit nicer to them. Like there's this element of kind of not wanting to deal with you because there's always this tension, and you may be feeling that about them, which kind of just makes it worse. The way to remedy this, because you can't fix someone else, the way to remedy this, and it would greatly, greatly improve your work experience, and relationships is to kind of extend the hand of friendship, extend the olive branch, make an effort to show them that you like them, you respect them, you want to work with them. You have to just sort of be the one to put it out there, to build that bridge. They will reciprocate if you do, because they're not sure what's going on either. They're just feeling this mutual tension that you're also feeling. But they absolutely respect your work and your work ethic. They think that you are incredibly talented, and that if you were to leave, that there's no question you would find an amazing job. But I'm getting this message for you that this doesn't mean you need to leave or should leave, because there is something here for you to learn that sort of needs to be remedied before you would have a really successful experience somewhere else anyway. And it absolutely can be. It can actually turn into a very good situation if you make that effort to build that bridge. And yes, I know you would prefer, like, you want them to build the bridge. I get it, but you can't make someone else do it. The only person you can control is yourself. So if this is something you want, you're being encouraged to really try that, because it will make a difference. It will. Okay, all right, group 2, that's what I've got for you. I hope that helps. I hope that sort of answers some of the questions you had and have about the coworkers in your workplace. If the reading resonated, please give it a thumbs up or drop me a comment or both. It helps me know that our energies are connecting, which will help you as well with future readings to resonate a little bit more as our energies connect through your interaction. It draws us closer together. So thank you for being here. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great day, y'all. Bye-bye. Hey, group 3. All right, today we're looking at your career, and specifically, we're looking at how your coworkers see you, what they think about you, okay? So your initial card here is the 9 of Cups. Let me just listen. At the top of the card, it does say happiness. I'm kind of being drawn to tell you that. But give me just a sec. I just want to listen to what Spirit wants to tell you about this card as we get started here. Hold on one sec. All right, okay, that's an interesting message. They're telling me that you are wanting to get ahead at work, get promoted, or take on more responsibilities, higher positions, take on more. But there's a concern here that if you do, that your relationships in the workplace will suffer for it. It's almost like you have a team or you have people you work with and you would be leaving them behind by moving up, by leveling up in your workplace. It's like there's a part of you that wants to know that they will still like you and respect you, even if you are above them. And it may be that there is a position that you're eyeing where you might be their boss. That won't be for everybody, but for some of you, I am absolutely getting that message that you know you would be their boss. And there's this desire to keep the relationship strong and not have there be resentment there. But even if you wouldn't be their boss, there is this wondering how they feel about you and how they would feel about you if you were to get promoted in some way. I do feel like you like the relationships, the people you work with now. As it stands right now, you do like them, you enjoy working with them, you feel like you have good rapport, the people you work with. The question I'm getting for you is whether that rapport would stay strong and positive, even if you moved up. Because that is your goal. You want to move up. So if that resonates with you, then this reading is for you. If it doesn't, if that doesn't make any sense to you at all, pick one of the other readings. Yeah. Okay. All right. If you're kind of on the fence, like you're not sure if that resonates or not, I'm getting a message of listen anyway, because there may be something here that you need to hear. There may be something, a message in this group, that a message you need to hear. Okay. So, all right. Well, let's jump in and see what else we can tell you here. All right. Your first card is the Queen of Swords reversed. Then we have the Nine of Wands. We have the Five of Wands. And finally, Nine of Cups again. Interesting. Okay, give me just a sec. I just want to take these cards in. I'm going to listen for some initial messages for you from Spirit, and then we'll talk about what's going on here. Okay, so hold on one sec, y'all. The first message I'm getting here is that in some way you are in competition with the people you work with. Like you may have your sights on getting ahead, but so do the people you work with. And there's this underlying message of they're wondering who will win. Who will get the prize is the message I'm getting. Who will get the prize, whatever that means for you in your workplace. It's not a negative feeling, just so you know. It's not that they don't want the best for you. They just also, they want the same thing. In some way they want the same thing as you. And they are kind of wondering how that will play out. And how you would feel about them if they got promoted over you, or if they got promoted and moved ahead. How would that affect your relationship? They have a similar concerns that you have. Okay. They're telling me that they feel that you are worthy of moving forward, of moving up. But they want it just as badly as you do. That's the truth. So whether you're in competition for maybe for the same position or not, or maybe there's just limited potential within your company to where, you know, there isn't room for everyone to get promoted, and that would be the case probably anywhere. But in some way they feel like you deserve it, but so do they. So take that as that resonates or makes sense to you in your workplace. Okay. All right, your first card is the Queen of Swords reversed. Hold on one sec here. They're telling me that they know that you want this. It's not a secret that you want to get promoted, whether you talk about it or whether they just sense it, that you want to get ahead, that you're trying to get ahead, you're trying to move up, you're trying to move forward. This is what you want, and they know that. What they're not saying is that they want the same thing. They want this also for themselves. they're really they're keeping tight-lipped about this because they don't want to be perceived as being competitive with you in some way, or trying to show you up, or trying to compete with you. But what's not being said is that they are trying to compete with you, not in a negative way, that they want to steal something from you, I'm just getting that they want this too. They're just not speaking about it. So it may help you to know that. If you're feeling like, oh, um, they may not like me if I get ahead, can maybe understand where that feeling is coming from is because they also want to get ahead. And maybe you already know this. They think that you don't. Okay. They think it's going left unsaid, that they want to get ahead. They feel like you may have some suspicion about it, but I don't feel like they're talking about that with you. There's this feeling of they don't want to negate their rapport, their relationship with you by putting that out there in front of you, that they want to get ahead as well for whatever reason. They don't want to upset the balance that you currently have in the workplace. So they're not really talking about it or being overt about it, even if you suspect. It doesn't mean that they don't want you to get ahead. They just want it as well, and it feels like there's a limited opportunity maybe for everyone. Okay. All right, then we have the Nine of Wands. Let me just hold on one sec. I'm getting a message of they're fearful of how badly you want this, which is an interesting message to come through. There's a fear here that you might hold on. No. Okay. That you might want this. They don't know this for a fact. It's not that you're showing it, but in some way they sense that you might want this so badly that you'll do anything to get there. And so there's a little bit of a sense of, I hope this person wouldn't stab me in the back or sabotage me in order to get ahead in their own career. I don't believe that you are doing that or would do that. They don't know for a fact that you would. They're wondering and afraid that frankly you could if you wanted to, and that you might. And I'm getting that it is more of an insecurity on their part than it is a kind of reality as far as you're concerned. It's like they don't want to fight you for this. It almost feels like you must be competing for something. And they feel like you would be willing to fight for it where they don't really want to battle for it. They want to be promoted on their own merit. You may feel exactly the same way, but that's not how they see it for some reason. And look, there's nothing wrong with fighting, fighting and competing to get ahead as long as you do it with integrity, right? Obviously, you don't want to be stabbing people in the back or sabotaging them, but I don't feel that that's anything that you're doing or would do. But for whatever reason, the people in your workplace, at least one other person, sees you as a threat, And they're wondering what you would do to get ahead versus what they're willing to do to get ahead. It doesn't mean that they've seen evidence of it. It's their own fear. It's their own fear kind of festering a little bit. And I feel like it may be because there was somebody else who, in their past, that you may be aware of or not, someone else that kind of stepped on them to get ahead in the past. And they really don't want that to happen again. And it made them the kind of person that wouldn't do that to you, but they do have this fear that you might do it to them. Okay? It's always kind of good to know, I think, what is behind the way some people respond or act. What fears are there, what insecurities, because they may be completely unfounded. But if you can try to understand where someone is coming from, then it keeps you from getting defensive or feeling insecure yourself. And it can sometimes help repair, you have the opportunity there to repair that or to ease their concerns. Okay. All right, the next card we have is the Five of Wands. Again, I'm getting the word competition. But they feel you are a worthy competitor. I'm getting you very much, they see you as somebody who very much wants this, but they also feel you are worthy of it. You're good at what you do. You have a positive track record in their eyes. You deserve their respect, and you have it. They want it just as badly. They want to be seen as somebody who is worthy as well. They feel they are worthy of it as well, but it's not to negate how they feel about you. They feel you are an equal competitor. For many of you, I feel like this is for a single position, that you're in competition with someone, maybe more than one person, but someone. But it feels like they see you as somebody who is equal to them, if not possibly a little bit better than them. They have full respect for your skills and your talents and your work ethic. It just feels like there are limited job opportunities here within the workplace, and they want it as badly as you do. They're kind of holding themselves back as far as what they would do to achieve it, out of respect and out of integrity, right? It's not because they don't want it as badly as you. They've just been burned before by someone else, not you, someone else. And they kind of told themselves they would never do that to someone else because it was terrible to be stepped on and treated that way. All right, so then we have the Nine of Cups. Again, they wish that you could both get ahead. There is no ill will toward you and what you want. I'm getting, if they could make it happen where you both got ahead, you both got, and it does more and more, it feels like this is about a specific person. There may be some trickling into other people as well, but there's someone here that keeps coming in. They would like nothing more than to see the two of you, both of you, move forward without having to compete, without having to fight for it, without having to battle each other for it. They want the best for both of you because they feel like you both deserve it. And other people in the workplace also see you as equal competitors. And you are seen in general in the workplace, you're seen as someone who is very, very good at what you do. You do deserve the best. That's how they feel about it. You deserve to get ahead. And they know you want it. They know you want it. But this person, as well as the other people in your workplace, they do want the best for you because they do like you. They enjoy working with you. They respect you. They understand how you work and they understand how good you are at your job. And they do want the best for you. I feel like you feel the same way. But there is this underlying competition, which is inevitable. That's what it feels like. It's inevitable for you to feel that way. But I am getting, if you do get promoted over them, there will be no hard feelings. It won't affect your rapport. It won't turn into a negative situation. It's like they will tip their hat to you and wish you the best and be happy for you. And they will continue, to work and do what they need to do to maybe be next in line. So if that's your concern of how are they going to feel, if it'll be okay. It'll be okay. They will be happy for you. They will congratulate you and mean it genuinely because they do respect you and like you. Okay, group 3, I hope that helps. I hope that answers the questions you had about your coworkers, in your workplace. So thank you for being here. If it resonated, please give it a thumbs up, drop me a comment, subscribe, whatever you feel called to do. It helps me know that our energies are connecting, and that will also in turn help future readings resonate a little bit more as our energies connect. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching, and have a great day, y'all.